Hey, this is a short demo of DesmoLD, a decentralized Oracle solution for the Internet of Things. DesmoLD has been founded inside the Horizon 2020 program under the Next Generation Internet Initiative within the OntoChain project. Hi, I'm Cristiano, CTO of Vime, an innovative startup focused on data interoperability and modular applications. Before jumping into the project details, let me introduce the latest challenges in the Internet of Things. The Internet of Things is thriving. However, this uncontrollable growth of software products and platforms led to a well-known interoperability problem. One of the biggest actors that is tackling these issues is the W3C, with its Web of Things set of standards. The peculiarity of the Web of Things specification is that it does not define a new standard protocol or API. On the contrary, it chooses a descriptive approach. A web thing is an abstraction of a physical or virtual entity that is exposed to the web and described by a thing description. As an example, you can think of a smart lamp described by its properties, a status, actions, turn on, dim the lamp, or events, overthink. Thing description are discovered and managed inside thing description directories, as you can see in the picture. Thanks to the WebThings semantics and data model, DesmoLD project aims to provide a fully decentralized distributed solution for consuming data coming from the Internet of Things. The project covers the OntoChain core objectives of designing decentralized Oracle to pull semantic data from off-chain decentralized data sources. Now, let's see how DesmoLD works. Clients issue special queries to retrieve data from a subset of WebThings registered in the network of thing description directories. Then, our DesmoLD contract deploying on the blockchain record the request and activate the network of distributed oracles. The oracles are responsible to pull the data from the web things and send the result back to the main contract. Finally, the main contract returns the result to the client. We believe next generation blockchain application will need access to the Internet of Things in time. DesmoLD will satisfy these needs. For example, you can build automatic energy sharing system in local communities or a fully decentralized electric vehicle sharing platform, or even an automatic micro-insurances that triggers the refunding procedure when a physical event occurs. But without further ado, let's see DesmoLD in practice. To test DesmoLD features, head over desmold-front.vime.it. Here, you are welcomed with the statistic page. You can see at the top the list of registered thing description directories. Currently, we have 4 directories. At the bottom of the page there is an event log. In the event log, you can see the history of different transaction types that happen on the blockchain. You have the query issues, the TDD created, and the TDD enabled or disabled. Currently, we don't have any disabled event. To register your TDD, you can click on the TDD Manager tab. Here you can input the TDD URL and click Register TDD. After the transaction completes, you can disable or disable your TDD by clicking the corresponding button. Your TDD is disabled. Now it is enabled again. On your right, you can see the private list of the transaction concerning your particular thing description directory. If you go back to the statistic page, you can see their global events list are updated accordingly. Finally, to send a query, you can click on the Query tab. Here, you can input the query by following the guided procedure. Let's pretend to query all the web things that are sensor and have a value property with community Celsius. You can also select web things by their position by clicking on the map. For now, we will leave it blank. When you click Execute Query, a series of transactions will be issued. First, the query will be recorded on the chain. Then, the oracles will be activated with an iExec transaction. Finally, the result will be returned to the client. After a while, you can see the result in the event log, with the raw payload recorded on the chain. Thank you for your time, and if you want to know more about the project, you can visit our website in the description of the video. Thank you again. Bye.